was thinking about that. I was going into a business transaction, and I was thinking about why I'm so hesitant about saying no. Instead of that, I just started thinking about like, wow, that's one of the more powerful words in our English, in the English language that we don't utilize. And then I was like, why do we feel guilty about saying no? And I'm thinking like, wow, that goes back to the essence of children. You know, when you say no, you sometimes get chastised because you say no.
Yeah.
So maybe subconsciously that scars your mind from saying no, or no has such a negative connotation to it. And I'm thinking, how efficient is the word no? For one, it's only 2 letters. You know what I mean? So
Right,
it's powerful. How can a 2-letter word be so powerful?
So powerful, right.
But it's efficient. You know what I mean? I'm thinking when it comes to no, how much time no saves you. A lot of times we say maybe, and we want to definitely say no, but we don't say it. But then we end up hurting ourselves and wasting our time as well as wasting the other person or other entity's time by not saying no. And no doesn't mean, well, I'm also realizing that no doesn't mean it's infinite or it's forever. No might be, I can't do it right now.
Right.
So now instead of us juggling 3 or 4 things and we think we're multitasking, we're being productive, but we use the word no more, maybe we can get things done more efficiently and move on to the next thing. How powerful is no?
How powerful is no?
That's a powerful word, but we've been taught that it's negative. It hurts people's feelings, though.
Right,
You know what I mean? When you hear no, when guys get rejected at a club, their feelings are hurt. Or when a woman gets hurt, no, her feelings are hurt. So that word no is powerful, and it's like two alphabet letters, man.
Wow.
No.
Wow. That's so true.
But also, it's what I say is it's liberating. It can free you. It frees you just by saying no. Now you can move on to something because you ain't got to worry about doing something that you really don't want to do.
Right. That's deep. That's so powerful. Do you think that it takes though confidence to be able to have that assertiveness to even say no? Because a lot of people who don't say no is because like you said, I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Right.
You know,
Is it confidence or is it courage?
courage.
Okay. Because you got the courage to say it because you realize that you're going to hurt somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to have some courage.
Right.
But I'm just thinking how liberating it is, man. Like when you said how, cause sometimes you'll say, I know we go through all the time, we have too many obligations. And then when it comes time to actually fulfill that obligation, you're like, I really don't want to do this.
Yep.
But you're already committed, and since we're the type of people that hold true to our word, you're committed to it. But are you really committed to it? Are you really giving it all the necessary energy that you need to be effective? You're not, because you didn't want to do it. But 2 weeks ago, when that person asked you that question, or last month, you should have said no.
No.
And that would have gave you, that would have freed you up, whatever day that you have this obligation, it would have freed that whole day up.
Wow.
And that just recently happened to me. I was coming back, I had a trip, I was out of town, and I'm coming back from town. I told this guy prior, I should have told him no, but I told him that I would do it. So I'm driving back into town, I'm like, God dang, man, I just want to go home and just sit around and do nothing. But I already told this guy yes. And now I gotta go there and sit in a meeting that I really don't want to sit. And I'm really cheating him because he's expecting me to bring energy, and I'm bringing half-ass energy. And I could have stopped that 2 weeks prior by just saying no.
Just saying no.
And like I said before, no doesn't mean forever. No means, bro, not at this time. Bro.
Right.
That's not that. I don't have enough time. So,
man, that's so simple, but like
so simple. So simple.
And how many times are they? Like when you brought that conversation to me the first time, but you're the king of like making something so simple that people should talk about, that don't talk about, is explaining it intricately. Like I'm like, dang, that's so simple, but wow, the power of no. The power of no.
And look at the relationships. And no is long too because it comes in different forms.
Right.
Sometimes you're in a relationship and you should say no. Let's just continue this relationship because it's not working. We stay in it, but we worried about hurting that person's feelings.
Right.
That's another form of no where we stay in relationship. Many of us been in relationships way too long where we should have said no. Let's stop this relationship right now and move on. But instead we let this relationship linger and it actually end up hurting both parties. That's because you didn't say no it's time to end this relationship. So no comes in many different forms, but a lot of us don't have the courage to say that word. But then that's when that got me thinking, like, what's the root of that, man? And you go back and you tell your mom when you know, as a little child, you be like, you know what I mean? Serious, you know, that was a bad word. You know, as a kid, you say no. Who you saying no to?
That's power right there.
So subconsciously, maybe you say, you know what? You learn from little kids not to say no.
Right.
Or you got chastised for using that word, and it's like, wow, how simple and how powerful that word is, and how, you know, it frees you up, man. Because a maybe have you going on for months, years, relationships. Maybe this will work, Realistically, it's been over like last year, but you said maybe if I do this, maybe if I take this class, maybe if I do that, this relationship. No. Real talk. If we'd have said no, we'd have been able to move on, and we'd have been down there emancipated, and we could have came back later on because it wasn't the right time.
Right.
But since we kept going, and that maybe, because you get pissed off about that maybe, man. Maybe if I get myself together, maybe if I lose some weight, this person like me, or this person will, you know, be willing to stay with me. No. I want you to say no now and go lose the weight and come back.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you know, you keep saying maybe, and these things end up being detrimental to both parties. The power of no.
Power of no. And the dangers of yes.
That's a whole different thing. Dangers of yes.
And the dangers of yes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And yes feels good. Yeah, I can do that. You know what I mean? No. You know what I mean? Yes, I can do that. No. You know what I mean? Figure that. So when you say yes, I'll do that.
Right.
Do you really?
Right.
Do you really? Or should you do that at this time?
Yeah.
But yes feels sad. When somebody hears yes, come on, man.
Right.
You want to marry me? Yes. Do you want to marry me? No.
Right.
My life's over, but slip my wrist now. But it's amazing, the dangers of yes. That's a whole different, the dangers of yes.
You even think about being you've been in several staff meetings, and at the end of the meeting where everybody's delegating, can you do this? Yep. Can you do this? Yep. No one. Next month, ain't nobody did nothing.
Right. But it felt good, or you'll feel like a dunce if you say no.
Right.
Oh, you ain't a team player now.
Right.
See that?
Right.
Instead of saying that's not my talents, and I can't do that, no. You'll say yes, and then next meeting you're unproductive.
Right.
That's how bad that word no is, man. But that person respect you like you ain't waste our time, because now we're coming back to the staff meeting a month later, and we still asking to get that one task done. If you'd have told me you couldn't do that task, I could have delegated it to somebody who could have completed that task.
Right.
But we felt good about it.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yes, boss, I can do it. You know what I mean? God dang gonna lie, you're mad on the other show. Like, dude, no you can't. Yes I can. You pluck the no off, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to be the bad guy. But that no is a bad boy, man.
Yeah. No.
And the people who do it, like, you know, when people come to you, when you book, you say, no, I can't do it right now, but I can do it later.
Right.
So no is not a bad thing, but when you start doing all these other things, Sean, that's when you become unproductive, because now you out of your lane.
Right.
My schedule is booked, but I can put you on a schedule in October.
Right.
So that's that you still saying no, but when you say yes, you start doing all these other things, and that's not what we do.
I think one of the things that, you know, I've learned, even as you're saying, even as we're having this conversation, us being businessmen too, going out after clients, after companies, you get a lot of no's. You get a lot of no's.
Right.
And they not, you know, and it's not personal.
It's not personal. Right.
And even sometimes, even if you're talking to the big wig who started up the company, for him it is, or her it is personal. You know what I mean? But it's still business. But you think of that feeling you get whenever you get a no, hit you, bow, hit you right there. They don't feel bad about it. You know what I mean? But it's powerful. You could literally feel that word. But when you get the yes, all those no's contribute to
the appreciation and appreciation. So it's almost in life, it's a necessity here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly. And it makes you know, we always talk about there's an expectation and appreciation. You know what I mean? Very powerful words, but when you hear no so much, you get appreciation for that yes. And that make you work a little bit harder. But if you're hearing yes all the time, that's not good for your growth. So it's crazy how society, these simple words, yes and no, how we only want to hear, and they're not balanced, goddaggit. You know what I mean? They're not, but it ain't like you get 50% yeses, 50% no's. Nah. So now, why is it so bad to hear no? You come back to that scenario we just presented.
Right.
Why is it so bad to hear a no? Because no produces growth.
It does.
No sends you back to the lab too.
Yeah. Yep.
To want to hone your craft.
Yep.
So why don't we want it? Why don't we expect to hear a no then?
Yeah. Brian Tracy used to watching one of his tapes, and he was saying that they couldn't quantify it, and they really couldn't study success versus failure. But they said that like social scientists believe that there's a certain number of failures you have to go through before you get the yes. He was saying, even though we don't know what the number is, they said we know that there's some number that you have to go through of no's and failures before you get the yes. I said, wow.
What they say, Benjamin Franklin, was it Benjamin Franklin?
No, Edison.
Edison,
Yeah.
10,000 times, man?
Yep.
10,000
like
times.
Yeah, something like
Before he hit his number 10.
Right.
10,000, bro? Come on, man. But that one yes guy,
Right.
Ding, he hit the jackpot.
Right.
So we just started out with the power of no and how, damn, it's a victory in no. It's victory in no.
Hey, there's victory in no. When I talk to a lot of the boxers, I always boxers, like when you're an amateur, they don't really keep track of. I mean, they keep track of your record, but your record don't count. So if you're 100-0, that's great. But if I come up to you, I don't ask you what your record. They say how many fights you got.
Okay.
How many fights you got. So whenever you're a pro and you start getting paid for it, then it counts. What I say that to say is that even fighters that I've met who they might be 35-20 or 40-10, they never talk about their record. They always talk about, even though I lost that fight, I learned how to fight a different style.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I love about boxing, is that even though the judges didn't give him that yes for those rounds, they still walked away like, yeah, I lost, but like, you don't know what I learned fighting that dude. Even like you said, it's courage, man. And then initially, I thought it was confidence, but I think that what blocks getting told no, what blocks that experience from being a growing moment, of course, is, I think, our egos. It's our egos, because
easing God out.
Yeah, easing God, edging God out, easing God out. And I mean, like I remember when I used to be fighting a lot, man. Like, I had like an ego. Like, I didn't care how big you was, how small you was. If you said anything to me, it was like, who are you to, like, you gonna mess with me? You know what I mean? Like, but who did I think I was? Who did I think? But putting it to this situation, it's like when we get told no, it's like, we take it personally. But that personal feeling like it's against you is going to block that from being a learning experience. Who are you? Of course you're going to get told no. And you better accept that too. Or you want to stay in that situation, like you said, longer than you need to.
And some of us do stay in a situation longer than we need to, because we don't want to hear no. And they always say, you figure they say true champions, majority champions, you really don't know what you made of until you take a loss, which is a no. You know what I mean? Like, I heard many people say you got to learn how to lose first.
Yep.
Before you learn how to win, because other than that, you'll be a poor sportsman.
Right.
You understand? So that's another no. A loss is a no.
Right.
You didn't get a yes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that word no comes in so many different forms.
Right.
And not just in that N-O. Even though that's the foundation of everything, no, but all great ones, man, lost. Jordan, Ali, Sugar Ray, any sport, nobody's done. There's a couple boxers, but I'm pretty sure they lost in their amateur fights too. Floyd lost in the Olympics. So most people don't retire undefeated or never having that taste of defeat.
He lost in life too. Like you said, that's powerful. You said no comes in different forms. That could be a whole chapter. Because Floyd, even though he undefeated, you went to, no disrespect to anybody who went to jail, but you went to jail, bro. You had 40-something days away from your family.
Yeah, that's a loss.
That's a loss.
Yeah, based on the character flaw. So that's a no.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, because again, no, it's not about, it has such a negative stigma to it. People thinking no, I don't want nothing to do with no. You know what I mean? I'm down with yes. You know what I mean?
I'm down with yes.
I'm down with yes. You know what I mean? But we think like, damn. We think about it like, I'm down with yes. Hell no, I ain't messing with no, man. Kick rocks, no. But in order for you to grow, no, you gotta hear no. I just spit something. In order for you to grow, you gotta hear no. In order for you to grow, you gotta hear no.